Are you ready?
I sure am.
All right now. Jon Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge. Go through One Satellites, pull a U. We park in front of the music store with the red neon light. We have music gear. We have music lessons. We have vinyl. We have turntables. We have this beautiful podcast studio here. You could have your very own podcast here. Dave will tell you how. And we are here today with a man named Foggy Otis, which is pretty cool.
That's me.
To get a name like Foggy Otis.
That is me. I wish my parents were creative enough to have given me that name.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I wonder if there's somebody ever. It was like, it's a boy. We'll name him Foggy.
Oh, I wish.
Like right then and there. How did you, I guess we'll just start there. How does one become Foggy? Is your last name Otis? So
No,
nothing. This whole thing is fiction.
This whole thing is a scam.
Yeah, yeah.
I am just scamming everybody from the minute they meet me. But, hey,
man.
that's where we are.
There's a sucker born every minute.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
People don't need to know my government name.
No, not even the government.
All they need to know is I was born in Jersey and I can keep a secret.
Oh, hey, whoa. Jersey Secrets. That's an album. Foggy Otis, Jersey Secrets.
There
you
we
know what
go.
I'm saying? That should be your next album. So you're from New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey City.
Whoa, I've never been there.
It's a great place.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
What's it all about?
It's crazy. It's like the armpit of Manhattan.
Oh, perfect. That's cool. And here I thought that Manhattan was an armpit.
I love Manhattan.
Do you
I
really?
love the city. Oh, yeah.
Wow. We're nothing alike. Foggy likes the heat and he likes New York City. That's amazing.
Love it. Love them both.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hot day in the city, I'm a happy camper.
Wow. See? Go figure. That's awesome. I've heard that you are a ukuleleist. Is that how you say it?
I guess, yeah. I didn't always want to play the ukulele. I wasn't a little kid like, air ukulele and stuff. I was a guitar player and a bass player. And 18 years ago, I had a quadruple bypass.
Oh, wow.
And they took arteries from all over my body to put in my heart. And one of the ones they took was from my wrist.
Yeah.
Right there. See that nice scar?
Yeah.
So that one left me with numbness from my thumb to my wrist, and then my wrist back to the tip of my index finger. And I lost a lot of my dexterity, and I couldn't play guitar anymore.
Oh, wow.
It hurt. And like I said, with the dexterity, I couldn't make the chords. I couldn't hit the notes I was aiming for.
Yeah.
So I tried for a couple of years, and then I picked up an ukulele I had around the house. And, you've got 4 strings instead of 6.
Yep.
They're further apart, and they're made of nylon.
Oh, so it's just...
So it was the perfect rehabilitation tool for me.
Oh, wow.
And... then when I started getting into it, I started studying all of these famous ukulele players, but none of them really did what I wanted to do. I'm a songwriter, and most of the best players I've seen with the uke are instrumentalists.
Right.
And as a guitar player, I never wanted to be an instrumentalist. I was always a songwriter.
I see.
So the ukulele became my new songwriting tool, and there it is.
That's kind of cool. And not necessarily Hawaiian.
Oh, not at all.
Right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's island music was never my thing, man. Keith Richards was my thing.
Sure.
George Harrison's my thing. Jerry Garcia, those are my thing,
Sure.
And island music never really did it for me. So when I was learning how to play this, I was all over YouTube, like hunting for things and nobody was really showing me anything that I wanted to use the instrument for. So I just, we moved, my wife and I, from New Jersey up to upstate New York in 2015.
Okay.
And I just spent full-time effort learning my way around this instrument. And the best way to do it was booking 3-hour gigs where I'd have to learn cover tunes.
Oh,
and
wow.
I had a duo. I had a bandmate with me, a guitar player. And best way to learn material, go out and just, learn all those classic cover songs, but relearn them on a different instrument.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to where I am.
Huh.
I mean, my songwriting, I think, is a little more creative with this instrument than a guitar.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have to do a few little things, try a little thing out here and there to make it sound different from everybody else. But I can honestly say my playing on this instrument doesn't sound like anybody else's.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I develop my own sound and, style.
You use the same tuning that everybody uses?
The standard tuning would be G, C, E, A. If you're a guitar player and you put a capo on your 5th fret, that's what your first 4 strings are.
Okay.
So that's normally my tuning. When I teach, that's where I tune. But when I perform, I take the tuning down 2 half steps.
Uh-huh.
So instead of playing in C, I'm now in B flat.
Okay.
And that's more suitable for my voice. Plus, with the weakness in my left hand and my fretting hand, there's less tension in the strings now.
Yeah, it brings the accent
so
lower.
I don't have to work as hard, and I can also get really cool vibrato and effects, and it's very nice for that.
So it's not a purist approach at all.
No, it's my own thing. Yeah, it's my own thing.
That's kind of cool, though.
It's about 15 years of figuring this thing out. Yeah.
How hard was it to translate your guitar thing?
It was incredibly difficult.
Oh, really?
Honestly, it's a very simple instrument to grasp and to play chords and to accompany, but when you want to get as far away from that sound of island music as possible, it's a challenge because the instrument is set up like that.
Yeah, right.
It sounds like we're on an island.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, if you're someone who does not like ukulele music, you would probably like what I do.
I got you.
And if you're someone who does like ukulele music, you'd still probably like what I do. So it has a broad appeal. My favorite thing is playing for audiences that have never seen me before. Because when a grown man walks out on stage holding an ukulele, there's a preconceived notion of what this is going to be.
Right.
I've heard audiences groan collectively when the guy with the funny name gets introduced and walks out with the instrument.
They're just think, like, oh, brother, here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite audience to play for because that goes away within 30 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I can catch your room within 30 seconds.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm happy about being able to do that.
Yeah. No, that is kind of cool. That's one way to do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could, if you want to hear a song, I'll play a song.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We could do that.
Yeah. Why don't we? You know what? Can you play more than one song?
I could.
So play one now to just give us a vibe, and then we'll.
Let me move the chair.
We'll get into your story. Okay. A stand-up performance by Foggy Otis.
All right, I'm going to do a slow song.
Sure.
Do a slow one. This one's called You Make Me a Better Man. It's on my brand new album, When Life Hands You Lemons. Play the ukulele, and I have a copy for you floating in my bag.
Cool.
And here we go. You Make Me a Better Man. The way you look, the way you hold my eye, oh, the way you smile at me, how it warms me deep inside, like nobody else can. You make me a better man. The way you laugh so hard it makes me cry. Oh, the joy you bring to me, you really blow my mind. like nobody else can. You make me a better man. You lift me up when I stumble to the ground. You raise that roof when those walls come tumbling down. I know I don't tell you as often as I can, but honey, you make me a better man. I know I'm not perfect, but I'll be everything you need. 'Cause baby, you lift me up. In you I do believe, like nobody else can. You make me a better man. You make me a better man. Honey, you make me a better man.
Hey, Foggy Otis. Make me a better man. That's him. Foggy Otis.
There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. Very nice.
Thank you.
Sorry, got a frog in my throat.
There you go. Froggy Otis.
You know what I'm saying? So that you didn't even bother with any island music at all?
It just never interested me.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a guitar player, I didn't listen to classical guitar players. You know, it just wasn't my thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's more just like you said, just because the physical.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier to.
It's just physically it's easier for me to handle, and in hindsight, it was kind of the best thing that ever happened to me.
Hey, that's cool.
You know, you throw a rock, you find a singer-songwriter with a guitar.
Right.
You know, this makes me stand out a little. You know,
sure. Sure.
Yeah. And I've embraced it.
Yeah, right. Why not? That's cool. Probably you thought, well, I'm done playing music.
I really did.
You know?
I honestly thought that for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Is this your first album or no?
No. I've been on numerous albums as a bass player, and as a guitarist, and as a songwriter, in my guitar days. Mm-hmm. This is probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably about my 7th album.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's probably about the 7th.
Is this your first album on that? Because I'm thinking, if the title's like, Life Hands You Lemons.
It's my first as a solo singer-songwriter playing ukulele.
Right.
I did when I lived in upstate New York in 2018. I released an album with a duo up there with a guitar and ukulele duo. It doesn't exist anymore. But But yeah, my first solo acoustic ukulele record. There it is.
That's cool. Must be fairly. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Fairly easy to record, right?
Yeah, I mean...
You make the record on your own?
I did it myself. I basically... My computer is basically a tape deck.
Yeah, sure.
I'm very lo-fi. There's almost zero compression. There's very few digital effects.
Yeah.
I recorded it very clean. I painstakingly go in rather than use compression, and I open up WAV files and I pull things down. And,
sure.
But to my ear, it really sounded good. And then I got confirmation of that a few months ago on what a good job I did engineering this album. Rob Fraboni. Rob the record label asked him if Verdict Music is the label I'm on. They asked Rob Fraboni if he would master my album. Now, for people who aren't familiar with Rob, you've heard his work. Rob built Shangri-La Studios in Malibu, California for Bob Dylan and the band in 1976.
Yep.
Rob did the music, he was involved with The Last Waltz and mixing the music and engineering, and he's got a Grammy with Keith Richards.
Yeah.
So when the label asked him if he would do this album, he listened to it and he said yeah. And then when I heard what he did with his mastering on this album, it blew my mind.
Really?
Yeah. And then a couple weeks after that, I actually got to sit down with Rob. We had dinner in the city, and me, Rob, and Steve from my label, and I got to sit in front of a man who knows more about music recording and production than I will ever know in my lifetime.
Yeah, right.
And I got to ask him all of these questions.
Oh,
and
boy.
The big question is, when I record the next one, what suggestions do you have for me? And he said, just do what you're doing.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, he said, do it just the way you're doing.
So you just followed your ears.
Yeah, I actually, no, it was... I throw a lot of stuff at the wall when I record the songs. Most of the songs I had been playing out in front of people for a while, so I knew them really well. And then when I'm recording, I throw a lot of things at the wall, and then I start scraping away what doesn't belong there.
Yeah, right.
And I told Rob that, and he laughed. And he said, yeah, he goes, people consider me a producer. He goes, but I reduce. He goes, that's just what he does, And then I pulled out everything that wasn't tickling my ear in any way. I made the whole album for myself. Every sound on there was done to make me smile. The songs, everything was done. I had a co-writer and a co-producer on some of the stuff, and my good friend Tom Joya, and. But ultimately, everything was my decision. I made the record for me. I figure if it doesn't get me excited, it's not going to get anybody else excited.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm very happy with it. And, here we are, me and my ukulele. And
it's pretty straightforward. Not a lot of overdubs, not a lot of
there's a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it's like
a copy for you to take home with you. You're going to hear things on this record that you think are keyboards.
Oh boy.
It's that little,
I gotcha.
It's that mighty little ukulele.
Yeah. So this is not like a minimal one person.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
And that's interesting that you would ask that.
Well,
because when I started recording the album, I actually took a mulligan twice before I got to What's in Your Hand. My original goal was I was in this Rick Rubin frame of mind when he did Johnny Cash with, instrument and voice. And that was where I was going to head with it. So the first few songs that I did started out like that. But I really wasn't doing the song service and making it a little more interesting for listeners, It's different to come see me play, and I'm a guy with an instrument, and that's what you get. But I wanted to make the album... I wanted to interest myself. I wanted to keep my attention. So you'll hear what you think are like old cheesy 60s organs.
Yeah.
It's the ukulele through a Electro-Harmonix Mel 9 pedal, Mellotron simulator.
Wow.
I use it all over the album. It's all over there.
Imagine that.
If you hear a couple pianos, those are pianos. But anything that sounds like an organ, I'm trying to think what other sounds I made with it. I do a lot. I grew up in that exciting 1970s era when bands made their own sounds in the studio.
Yeah, sure.
So that's how I approach my album. If I was just going to use the plugins, my record would sound like everybody else's record.
Gotcha.
And my record doesn't sound like anybody else's record. So
hey, that's cool.
So that's a good thing. So yeah, I made my own sounds. I can't even tell you how many hours I put in. It was just a labor of love from start to finish.
Yeah.
My original version, last July, a year ago, 25, I released my version of the album, When Life Hands You Lemons, played the ukulele, different packaging, 10 songs, different mastering, And then in October, I entered a contest for Verdict Music, this record label. They had released a single by John Davidson.
Hey.
You're old enough.
As
That's
in
incredible.
the-
Yes,
of
John
course.
Davidson.
Yeah.
So they released a single by him, and they were having a contest to have people do a cover version. So I did a little ukulele cover of John Davidson, so a little video.
Sure.
And I won some money in their contest, which was nice. But we were on the telephone talking about the contest and all before I submitted my entry, and we hit it off. We spent nearly an hour on the phone. This was last October. And before we hung up, I said, I just finished a record. Maybe you guys would like to hear it. Maybe there's something on there you have a use for. So I mailed it to them, and then a week later they got in touch. And by the end of October, we hammered everything out, and I signed my first recording contract. And then I said to them, do you mind if we put some more songs on it now? So I recorded 8 extra songs for this version.
Yeah.
So my version had 10 songs. This new version has 18 songs on it. And then, they brought in Rob Fraboni. And when they told me they were going to ask him to master it, he's the type of guy that only worked on stuff. He had a fortunate career, of only working on stuff he was excited about.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton,
Sure.
Joe Cocker, the
Sure.
band,
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt. And I honestly wasn't expecting him to say yes.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't expecting him to say yes. And then when they said, Rob's doing it, I was like, all right. And I'll tell you a little bit about it because this is nerdy stuff. Rob created his own technology, and you'll like this, called Real Feel.
Okay.
And it goes back to 1980.
Wow.
And what happened is with digital conversions of music, well, in between the peaks, the digital music has silences in it that your ear doesn't notice, but your brain picks up on it. Some people are sensitive to it the way you might be sensitive to fluorescent lighting.
Okay.
You know how the fluorescent lighting sometimes has that flicker or that
Sure.
flutter and that buzz? Well, it's the audio version of that. So Rob spent all of these years figuring out how to put the music back into the silences.
Ooh.
And he finally did it within the last couple of years. He perfected this thing. And I will tell you, when the label sent me the Rob's masters on a Friday night, I got them at midnight, and I put them on in my studio, and instantly I heard the difference.
Wow.
Particularly in the reverb.
Oh, wow.
Digital reverb is so harsh.
Sure.
And I mean, that's why I didn't use much compression. I didn't use all those digital things.
Yeah.
I used just what I needed to get by. And damn, the reverbs are so warm right across the whole album.
Oh, wow.
Everything about it. It has a warmth to it that I never expected to hear. And and when I heard it, it just blew me away.
Huh.
It blew me away.
I mean, that's part of his process.
And that's his thing. Yeah, that's his, and I'm just grateful that, Steve and Viv at Verdict Music, that they, got Rob to do this, and I'm happy that Rob did it. And I made a new friend. Me and Rob, we're friends now.
Hey, that's cool.
We get along really well.
Yeah.
2 oddballs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can imagine the stories he could tell.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can you imagine? Huh. And then whoever would have thought way back in the day when you were playing rock and roll guitar that you were going to make it to Rob Fraboni on a completely different instrument.
Never would have
a record deal with
never would have crossed my mind in any way. Not in any way. I mean, I was always pursuing it, and I was working hard to get it. And when back in 2015, when I started this thing seriously with the ukulele, one of the things I told myself, and I stuck to it, and I told people around me that knew, I said, I'm not going to cram this down people's throat. It's not for everybody. I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my butt off until people notice.
Yeah.
And if they're not noticing, I'm not working hard enough.
Wow.
And that's what I did since 2015, That was when I shifted gears there. And
that's cool.
And I mean, I work hard. I mean, I play hours a day.
Yeah, still.
When some days I'll go for all day long with this thing,
wow.
and, and taking breaks. And I just love, it's not even like practice anymore. I just love playing.
Did you play guitar that much way back in the beginning?
As a kid, when I was learning to play, I did because I was in 8th grade,
Yeah.
high school then, and you had a lot more time. I did it then, but I've always been a little obsessive, but there's something about losing the ability to play music that you've done for 30 years. And then one day I was 42 years old, and that, boom, it was just like, I can't, it hurts, it's not fun. And then when I found this other instrument, and it gave me back the ability to enjoy music again, to play it and make it. And then just the other day, I thought to myself, I'm glad I didn't try this out on piano.
Yeah,
too
right.
many piano players.
Yeah, right.
But this worked out. So I think the universe just kind of steered me there,
You remember the first one that you saw, that you just picked it up?
The ukulele?
Somewhere. Yeah.
I had a cheap one at home, and that's what I started playing with, yeah. Like every guitar player has one somewhere,
Eventually.
Somebody gives you one, or you pick one up at a flea market. They're everywhere. But the instruments I play now aren't like a flea market instrument. I mean, that's a serious instrument. It's just small.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one's built by an American company named Maya Moe.
Okay.
They're very distinctive with the headstock design. You could see that on all of theirs. And they're in Chicago.
Okay. And you have quite a few.
I have 3 Maya Moe ukuleles. I have this one and a backup tenor. And I have a banjo ukulele built by them also.
Okay, so tenor is bigger.
Yeah, this is a larger than the little sopranos you're used to seeing. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, it's a comfortable size.
And you switch off depending on what you're doing.
Usually when I do a show, one uke gets me through the night.
Yeah.
But when I was recording the album, the banjo uke's on there really heavily.
Well, we were talking before. You mentioned John Paul Jones. He has a triple neck guitar. Maybe you should get them to make you a triple neck with all 3 of your... You know what I'm saying?
I could only play one at a time. Those things, I like when you see somebody using one, but they use it for one song in the night.
Yeah.
It's a novelty.
No, but I'm just saying, this way you could play your whole repertoire without even...
Nah, I could do it all on this. This
You're
is
no
nice.
fun.
I'm no fun, One of the things about playing an instrument like this is not dragging out a van full of gear.
Sure.
The portability, there's something to be said. I don't want to drag 3 of these out for a gig, or even a triple one with a big case,
Yeah.
It's nice to be so portable.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Oh, I also teach ukulele. I'm going to mention that now because I have 2 new sessions starting next month.
Oh.
I teach at the Orange Senior Center.
Okay.
Tuesday afternoons from 1 o'clock until 2. And I teach on Wednesday morning from 10 a.m. until 11 at the Milford Senior Center.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
So if anybody watching or listening is interested, both classes start September 8th and 9th is when we're starting up the new session. So contact the senior centers.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds like
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's an hour class? Or?
Yes, it's an hour. Group classes, and they're a blast.
Yeah, I
They're
bet.
a lot of fun.
I bet. I'm sure that it would be easier than a guitar being 4 strings, but I bet you there's things like the way you play it is not for beginners.
I tell all my students, especially the seniors, because a lot of them have arthritic issues.
Sure.
And I've got, 2/5 of my hand is numb.
Yeah, right.
and in
I
pain.
gotcha.
So I have
So
developed.
if you can do it, they can.
I have developed strategies to help me cope, and I'm pretty good with helping other people with that. Oh, leading up to all of this, I was also a special education teacher.
Okay.
So I'm really good at modifying instructional plans and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So when I teach, I'm like, if you've got any kind of mobility issues, and I'm the guy you want to come to,
So it all works out.
Yeah,
Everything comes together.
Everything, it's synchronicity. It all just kind of
That's what they
flowed
say.
back into the same pool.
Hey, that's cool. I wonder how long was it that you gave up? Like, what was the gap between that and going, hey, wait a minute?
I tried playing guitar for about a year after my surgery, And then I did a couple gigs, and just it wasn't up to where I wanted them to be. And then I was just like depressed, and I was dealing with PTSD from
Sure.
the whole event with the heart surgery. I flatlined in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
I everything that happened to me that month.
No, man.
If it could happen, it happened. Yeah. So I had a lot of other issues too. So this was very helpful though. When you make music, since you were a kid, and music was your whole life growing up, and then all of a sudden now you're sidelined and you're a spectator, it just wasn't as much fun. So had I not stumbled upon this instrument, I definitely wouldn't be as happy as I am right now.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool.
And I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when we were in lockdown, I'm a drummer, but I have a little bit of facility, with whatever. And it was kind of the same thing. I was somewhere, and I picked up a dulcimer that was laying around, and I started piddling around, and I went through a period where I would just practice every day and all day and every day.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Really cool.
a dulcimer doesn't sound like a guitar. So
Right.
You've got a whole different sound.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
And that's what excited me about this. There's a different sound. It's got a lot more limitations than a guitar.
Yeah, but sometimes that's good though.
I think so. I think that was the fun part, was trying to break through those limitations.
Yeah. Like you say, you're probably in a good spot because, like you say, people will underestimate you or estimate or underestimate what a ukulele will do, and because you have the experience of a guitar player, you're better than your average uke player, right? You know what I mean?
I'm different, It's I don't like better or worse type words, but I'm different. I'm unique.
Yeah.
You go watch, 25 ukulele players on YouTube, and none of them sound like me.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's a good thing there.
You just found your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it wasn't the route I was on, but I took that detour, and darn it fit.
That's crazy. Yeah, these things happen. So high cholesterol is not always a bad thing.
No.
In some kind of way. In some kind of
heart
roundabout
disease, all of that stuff.
Wow. Crazy.
Life hands you lemons. Play the ukulele.
That's what they say.
That's where the title came from.
Yeah, that's cool. Tell me about growing up and playing music and how you got started.
My biggest influence was my dad.
Okay.
He was a saxophone player, 50s, part of the 60s. I don't remember him playing. He got dentures. And
oh, boy. Uh-oh, what's that? The door?
When my dad got dentures in the 60s, he stopped playing the saxophone.
Yeah, sure.
And but from what I was, heard about him, he was good. He was a high school kid in Jersey City, but he was, in the Seton Hall University traveling band, and he might have been first sax over there.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he was a player. He was good. But what else was neat about him though is he had encyclopedic knowledge of all sorts of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up as a little kid, I knew sax players' names. I knew, liner notes from albums.
Yeah, sure.
He taught me all of that stuff, and so he passed away in 2012.
Oh, wow.
So I was playing uke then, but not to this level, and I think he would have really gotten a kick out of all of this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you could get dentures and still play.
I have dentures.
Oh, hey, see what I'm saying? Wow.
I'm open about all my health issues. My heart was only working at 13%.
Oh, wow.
I was teaching high school, and I was ignoring how sick I was.
Oh.
And then one day, my ankle swelled up really huge, and Barb, my wife, said, "You're going to a doctor?" And she called the doctor, and I went to the doctor and didn't come home for 28 days.
Oh.
2 hospitals in 28 days.
Wow, it's a good thing they caught it.
My cardiologist said if I didn't go in that Monday morning, if I would have put it off, I would have been dead by the end of the week.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you were there.
I was bad. Yeah, I was sick. I was sick, and I was in denial. And throughout the whole thing, between the heart disease, it's hereditary, and the diabetes, the heart disease, hypertension, all of that. And then I also had a whole lot of bone decay. Because, I mean, I had like the body of like a 90-year-old man. Like things were just falling apart on me. So,
and you were what age then?
42.
Wow.
42. But, you know, most of my dad's family, the guys all died in like 71, 72. That's about as long as they've lived.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, except my Uncle Eddie. I think he hit 80 last year.
Whoa.
He's doing well, but he's the one uncle that took care of himself more than the others.
Oh, okay.
You know, so but yeah, I think I'm gonna break that short-lived man thing.
That's cool.
I'm gonna live longer
Because they caught it.
Yeah, we caught it, and
You could have been the youngest one.
I would have been. Yeah, well then a few days after my surgery, I flatlined in the cardiac care unit. So technically I did die.
Oh, wow.
And then when they brought me back, I got a good prize for that. I got an implanted pacemaker defibrillator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have that right here. It's nice.
Cool.
And you know, so here we are. You know, now I'm kind of safe. Now I don't worry about dying.
Did you retire from teaching at that time?
I taught for another 5 years.
Okay.
After the surgery, and then on one of my regular cardiologist visits, Larry Cohen said to me, he goes, "'Cause you know your blood pressure's 165 when you're at work?" And I said,
Right.
"No, I didn't know that."
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
used to make me go get it checked with the nurse, and then she used to fax it to him.
Oh, boy.
So, and he said to me, he said, "You know," he said, "you're going to have a stroke sitting at your desk, or you're going to ride off into the sunset and live a long life. Which is it? What do you want it to be?"
Yeah.
So I went home, we talked about it, and Larry wrote me the letter and retired me. You know,
wow.
I love teaching. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
You know, but looking back, it was the right move. It was the right move. I probably wouldn't be here now if I kept teaching.
Wow.
Yeah.
The kids are just driving your blood pressure.
Just that. No, it wasn't the kids. It was the administrators.
Oh,
You know?
hey.
It was the kids were fine.
Yeah.
It's all the crap that rolls down on you while you're trying to deal with the kids.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. My sister is a retired third-grade teacher. And I never heard her complain that much, but
I didn't
don't know.
complain when I taught.
Yeah.
I loved
maybe
it. My
she did.
daughter teaches now.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good job for me because, believe it or not, it helped me develop stage presence.
Oh, I see.
I taught
Sure.
algebra 2 and geometry.
Oh, wow.
So I had 5 hostile audiences a day. You know, the bell rang, the curtain went up.
Yep.
Here we go, showtime, and
Yep.
then the curtain comes back down, and I'll be here all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
totally.
so it really helped. You know, between trying to keep kids' attention, teaching them things they don't want to learn.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so it prepared me.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have been one of those kids. Yeah, I didn't. I failed Algebra 1A the entire year, took it again, same teacher, got through. Yeah, not good.
Should have taken it with a different teacher when you fail it.
Actually, yeah, maybe. She was good, though.
I would have shuffled that up anyway.
Well, she tried. I feel like she cared, put it that way. You know, I stayed after.
Oh, it's nothing
a lot.
against the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not putting her down.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, you know, it might have just been the wrong mix, you know?
Yeah.
You might have related a little easier to someone else, you know? Maybe someone mean. Maybe someone mean who didn't care is what you needed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
You
who
needed
knows?
somebody to kind of...
Yeah, who knows?
But, yeah, I like math, so... Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, not my thing.
Well, since I retired, though, I've used very little math, and I can be seen counting on my fingers and toes.
boy.
You know, I'm retired. I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to work that hard.
When you had to kind of rethink, well, first of all, did you start off translating? Did you think about it like, okay, everything I learn on guitar, I'm going to translate? Mm-mm. Or you just started over?
No, I went and studied like the instrumental players, like all the hot stuff ukulele players of the day, and I can never play with the precision of these people. You know, I mean they're playing with like the precision of like a brain surgeon. You know, everything is tight, and I'm like, you know, I'm more like, you know, maybe Keith Richards after he ate a bucket of chicken. You know, it's
Yeah,
a little
right.
greasy, it's
Yeah,
sliding
yeah.
around,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not so precise, and but no, I studied them. I learned stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, like, if your math brain, like, to translate.
No, I never apply math to this instrument.
I gotcha.
I have friends that do, but I don't. You know, what I learned early on was that the greater my knowledge is of this fretboard right here, and the greater knowledge I have of that, and the more interesting ways I get from point A, B to C, and that just comes down to playing and playing and playing and finding what you like and then using it over and over. And that's how I developed the style. You know, I just kept playing these, you know, these patterns that excited me at the time, and then they lead to something else. And you know, so and I didn't do the tuning thing. I was playing the uke for a good 8 years before I even thought about changing the tuning. I was playing at standard tuning, and old videos of me on stage. You can see during songs, once in a while, I tap my hand on my leg to wake it back up stuff. Yeah, I only hit on that. I was listening to a Jimi Hendrix record.
Oh boy!
And I started strumming along, and I was like, "Hey, he's not tuned standard." And I dropped it a half step. And now I was playing with Jimmy really nice. And then I said to myself, if Jimmy could tune down a half step, why can't I?
Yeah.
So I did the half step tuning, and then I got hip to Stevie Ray Vaughan with the you know, and then I was like, yeah, why can't I do that? So I started doing that, and then it wasn't until maybe about 2 years ago that I said, let me go down another half and see what it'll do. You know, because these little instruments, you know, if you start detuning them, they get all wonky and they don't make sound. So you can, they have limits. So I can go down, the 2 half steps works for live performance. And when I recorded, I could actually go down a 3rd half step and drop it a little lower. One song on this album, Cry, 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 I remember being tuned down 3 half steps for that. And the only reason I know that is because when anybody sits in to play it with me, if they play along with the record, they're in A. But when I'm live, I'm in, you know, A flat. So that's how I learned that. But,
when you detune it like that, does it mess with the truss rod at all?
This does not have an adjustable truss rod.
Okay.
But what it does have, it's got a carbon fiber rod inside the neck. I guess if you took the fingerboard off, you would see it in there.
Yeah.
And this neck has been, you know, I've had it since 2012.
Oh, wow.
It's beauteous, yeah.
You play. So I'm just wondering, like, if you get them to make you a custom one, that's the intonation is down those 2 halves.
This was custom made.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my Maya Milways are. Like this one, like if you look on the back, you could see how flat that neck is.
Yeah.
Back here, you could even touch it and feel it. Yeah. And as a guitar player, I had this 1971 Fender Strat. It was my first electric guitar I got.
Oh, boy.
And for some reason, it had the coolest neck on it. It was flat and really narrow.
Huh.
And I loved that neck. So when I had this made, I was describing my physical issues to the builder, and I said, can you just flatten the back of that neck as much as you can get it so my thumb will just rest nice back there? And he did it, and here we are. Yeah, it works great.
Hey, that's cool.
It works great, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about when you're having an instrument built for you.
Yeah,
you can kind of tailor some things. But
so that's like your dream axe, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go to like Guitar Center and pick a ukulele off the rack and do what I do with it.
Is that right? Yeah.
They don't withstand, like, you know, the abuse, if you want to call it that. 'Cause I do play them heavier than most. This one has so many cracks in it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a couple back there. Crazy glued together because it happened on a gig.
Sure.
You know. But you know, I don't care what it looks like as long as it sounds nice and it feels good in my hands.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Cool.
This is the only instrument I ever owned that has a name.
And it's called?
El Diablo.
Oh, wow. Huh.
See that up on the headstock?
Yeah.
It's got the little devil horns right up on the headstock.
Yeah.
And when I took it out of the case when it was delivered to me back in 2012, I went, yeah.
There it is.
And then it named itself. It came with that name, El Diablo.
That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so that's the number one axe.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. My others are like backup ones, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
you need a spare.
Do you use special strings? It looks like
What I
got
use,
something going on.
there's a company in Japan called Worth, Worth. I get nothing from them other than I buy their strings and they work
sure.
beautifully for me.
Yeah.
And I used what are called Worth Browns. That's why they're that brown color.
Okay.
And then when I first started playing the uke, the fourth string is normally an octave higher.
Okay.
And that's what gives it that Hawaiian-y sound.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend up in Catskill, my friend Lee, and for a couple of years she was saying, you got to put a low G string on there.
Okay.
She goes, you're going to love it. And I resisted, and she would see me, and she'd give me a set of low G strings and say, you got to do it. And then when I finally did it, I never went back. Because now, on the uke, I can do things like...
Right, so you can move that bass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So being able to do that as a songwriter is very valuable.
Yeah, right.
You know?
So you just kind of flipped it instead of having that.
Well, a lot of ukulele players use a low G.
Oh, okay.
Even some of the famous ones, the instrumental and instrumentalist players and stuff, they use a low G, some of them. So it just depends on what you want to do with the instrument.
Yeah.
You know? And, as a songwriter, that comes in handy.
Yeah, right. Anything that's going to inspire you
Yeah, it's nice
to approach
be
things
able
differently is good.
to do that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a great little instrument, man. I never would have imagined myself being here, 20 years ago.
Hey, that's cool. And you're just going to keep on doing it.
Yeah, I have to. I just got to keep going.
Yeah.
I got to keep going. I got the next album to think of.
Oh, boy.
I got the title.
What is it?
Everything's Coming Up Foggy.
See?
That's the next title. You heard
So
it here.
how did that happen? That's what I want to know. How
What's
does
that?
one get a name like Foggy?
Foggy? I'll tell you. I was teaching high school in New Jersey, and I was a fan of a radio show, the Ron and Fez show.
Okay.
I became a fan when they were on WNEW-FM out of New York City, but now they were on satellite radio. So I was a listener on Sirius XM, and I would write into the show, and I'd contribute some stuff and little bits here and there, and stuff for their website. And I needed to not use my real name because, I didn't want the kids here. Mr. So-and-so is mentioned,
Yeah.
So I wanted a little discretion. So I started using Foggy Otis.
Wow.
Otis was Bob Weir's dog.
Okay.
And then my friend Lee came up with Foggy because he was a Shuggy Otis fan.
Oh, right.
And he just liked the sound,
Yeah.
Shuggy, Foggy. So that's where Foggy came from.
Far out.
So, yeah, that's... Nobody ever really questioned it up in Hudson, New York.
Yeah.
People just And then when I moved to Connecticut, real quick, hey,
Yeah.
that's not your government name, is it? That's what
Yeah,
people
yeah.
in Connecticut kept asking me.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah, right. Of course not. Yeah, no, that's a cool name. Yeah, Foggy Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's far out. You want to play another tune?
Yeah, I'll do a little zippy little number. We'll do something quick.
All right. A zippy
Little ukulele
zippy
song.
number. Why not?
This one's called Brand New Day.
Okay.
It's a brand new day, and I got nothing to do. There's no one I'd rather do nothing with than you. So let's get on a bus, hop a train, take a long drive. You can keep that plane. I got nothing to do. I wanna do it with you. Well, it's a brand new day, and I got nothing to say. I could open my mouth, but what's the use anyway? So let's get on a bus, hop a train, take a long drive. You can keep that plane. I got nothing to do. I wanna do it with you. Tomorrow's gonna be different, I can tell. I'm getting off of this crazy carousel. Well, it's a brand new day, and I don't wanna talk. I'm gonna shut my trap and let my fingers walk. It's a brand new day, and I got nothing to do. There's no one I'd rather do nothing with than you. So let's get on a bus, hop a train, take a long drive. You can keep that plane. I got nothing to do. I wanna do it with you.
Hey, nice.
Thanks.
Brand new day, Foggy Otis. Yeah, that's killer. Yeah, that's
you.
cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you slide around on that thing.
Yeah, and some of the songs I play, I had written back when I was a guitar player too.
Yeah.
You know, some of them. That's a strictly a uke song, but
Cool.
But yeah, some of those have been recycled for like 20 years.
Yeah, right. Well, that's okay.
You know, a good song's a good song. I just got to figure out how to make it good on that little instrument.
Yeah, that's killer. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna ask some wrap up questions.
Sure.
And then we can hit the trail. Top 5 favorite albums.
Top 5 favorite albums. In no particular order. From the Inside by Alice Cooper.
Oh wow. Huh.
That's a Bob Ezrin produced album. That's in there. That's just one of my favorite. Most of my favorite albums are probably from around the time I was 12, 13 years old.
Sure.
But Alice Cooper, From the Inside, is one of my favorite albums. And I'm going to mention an album that none of you have ever heard by a band called Lincoln.
Okay.
It's up on the streaming services. They had one album, a self-titled album called Lincoln.
Huh.
And I saw this band as an opening act for Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles in like 1997 or so.
Oh, wow.
And they made such an impression on me that it took me a year to track down their album. And when I got the album, they were so good live that I still remembered most of the hooks from the record.
Wow.
And I have it on my phone even. This album's been with me. So we have those two. I'm going to pick a Beatles record, and I'm going to pick Abbey Road, but not because it is my favorite Beatle album, but it's my favorite memory. I listened to that with my dad about 4 days before he passed away. Mm-hmm. So it was a good day.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why we've got Abbey Road in there.
But what would be your favorite Beatles album, though?
Honestly, it's Let It Be.
Okay.
I didn't even have to think about that one.
That's interesting.
It just popped out, and it's the Let It Be, the soundtrack, the Phil Spector record with all the reverb in it.
Yep.
Just because back again when I was a kid, it was the album. It was my go-to album.
Yep.
I'm gonna put the second Chicago album on this list. I love Terry Kath.
Sure.
And I think right now, and if you ask me tomorrow, the list is going to change, and I'm going to put All Things Must Pass on there.
Right.
George Harrison.
Sure.
So
he was a big uke fan.
George loved the ukulele, yes. And I didn't know that at the time when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah,
you
right.
know? We didn't know those things, but you know, synchronicity, it all comes around.
Yeah.
I play a couple George tunes, you know, I do a few.
That's funny. You must know the story. I think I heard.
The Tom Petty?
Yeah.
Trunk full of ukes?
Yep. So funny.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love
He
it.
just left them around at his friend's house, so in case
Hey,
he
I
would
get
get
it.
there,
I get it.
he would have them there. Yeah, that's funny.
You know, it's like, it's a very easy instrument to understand. And when I was a kid, there was a game, Milton Bradley game, Othello.
Yeah.
Had black and white
Black and
tiles,
white
and you
little-
flipped them
Yep,
over.
I remember.
And right on the box, it said, "A minute to learn, a lifetime to master."
Hey.
And that's how I look at this instrument.
Yeah, sure.
My first lesson, or like the seniors and stuff, one finger right here. That would be a C7 if I
Yeah.
was tuned standard.
Sure.
And we play Harry Nilsson's Coconut.
Right.
First
Right,
lesson. We
right.
usually play along with the record because the whole song is that one chord and it never changes.
Gotcha.
So now that I've told you that, you're going to listen to the song
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go, oh my God, this never... And
So you just learned to fret
yeah,
one
one finger
note.
is all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, one finger, one fret.
Awesome. Did you name 5? Was that 5?
I think I did get to 5. Let's see. We had Lincoln. We had Alice Cooper. We had Chicago. We had Abbey Road because of my memories with that. And then I threw in All Things Must Pass.
You
Yes,
got
we
it.
did.
You got it. Cool. What food would you eat every day if there were no consequences at all whatsoever?
Probably pizza.
Yeah, right?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, I guess. Who would?
You know?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It would probably be pizza.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any one show or concert that comes to mind that completely blew your mind and changed your trajectory in one shot?
Yeah. I was probably about 10 years old, and this is what made me want to play music. My dad took me to a benefit concert. It was at the Stanley Theater in Jersey City, which is a historic theater. And it was a benefit show, mid-70s.
Mm-hmm.
For the Jersey City Police Department. They were raising money for bulletproof vests.
Oh, boy.
Because back then, that was like something we never heard of. back
Sure,
then.
yeah.
And the show was incredible. It was hosted by Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Oh, okay.
From
Sure.
Yeah.
Good times.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then it had the Broadway cast of Pippin did a musical number,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Which was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure in hindsight that was Ben Vereen in that cast.
Yeah, right.
Then we got to the headliner, which was Tony Bennett with a full orchestra. And then there was an act after Tony because he didn't want to be there that late.
Right.
And the post-headliner act was Melanie.
Oh, wow.
And I remember she had other musicians with her. It wasn't solo. I'd like to think she had a full band that my dad would have remembered.
Yeah.
But it was, I think she had some of Tony Bennett's orchestra stuck around
Oh,
for
wow.
Melanie's set, is I think what it was. And it just blew my mind as a kid. Because, it was the mid-'70s. You turned on the TV, it was a variety show, And
Yeah,
this was
I
a
gotcha.
concert that was a variety show.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's what I want to do someday.
Hey,
And there we go.
that's cool. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good lineup, like you say.
But then,
show.
I've got other good concert experiences. There's tons of them.
Yeah.
My dad used to take me to shows. That was the first one, and then we never stopped going to concerts together.
Gotcha.
And then once I got a driver's license, I started taking him to shows. It worked out. He'd go with my friends, me, my buddies,
Yeah.
all of us. We had a good time.
That's great.
He was one of the guys.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. What do you got going on coming up?
Coming up in September, on September 8th, let's see, I have a show in New Haven. So
Oh, hey.
let's pull this up. I just posted it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. September 8th is a Tuesday evening from 7 to 10. I will be at Spruce Coffee on State Street in New Haven.
Okay.
It's going to be a Songwriters in the Round event. It's going to be Andy Errell, Foggy Otis, that's me, and Terry LaChance.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then Saturday, September 27th, I've been driving down to Jersey for the Asbury Park Porch Festival down there because I have a lot of friends in Jersey. I grew up
Sure.
there. And it's a really cool, well-run porch festival. It's worth the trip. And then the following day, Sunday the 27th, up in Hudson, New York, where I am playing a benefit, a medical relief for Ukraine fundraiser. It's not the first one I've done. This one's interesting, though. There's a special guest who's going to be speaking, Malcolm Nance.
Okay.
If you look him up, you'll recognize him probably. And that's going to be me providing music, Malcolm doing some speeches, and his dinner and everything involved for that. So that's what my September is looking like. And then any given night, I could be out at like local open mics. I like open mics.
I gotcha.
I enjoy an open mic.
Like you say, people have never seen you.
That's what I like. That's why I like an open mic, and I get to see other friends and socialize. It's like a social event,
That's cool.
And then, for now, that's what I've got happening in September, and who knows what October's going to lead us.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty wild. Foggy Otis was here.
Yeah.
We've heard about him, and there he is.
I'm here. I'm here now.
Yeah, for sure. So check out the new album, When Life Hands You Lemons.
It's streaming everywhere, and if you go to foggyotis.com, you can pick up a CD copy of it. Yeah. You can either get a signed or an unsigned copy. That's on you.
You know what I'm saying?
But, I always have a Sharpie with me, so if you see me in ShopRite, I'll sign.
Yeah, right.
I'll sign anything.
Cool. That's cool. All right.
Check, I'll sign it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing a mellotron.
Yeah.
Played by a ukulele. That I got to hear.
Yeah, anything you think is an organ is not.
Wow.
Oh, and then there are a couple songs where you'll hear why I did all the layering. There are a couple songs where I went really nuts with my overdrive pedals and stuff.
Oh boy.
And there's a good. Let me see. I'll just tell you the name of it. I'm terrible with the names of my songs. Let me see. But when I look it up here, I'll tell you which one you want to listen for. Okay. There it is. For the Rest of My Life, the 12th song.
Okay.
That has the coolest electric ukulele outro that you're going to hear.
Oh, boy.
You're going to swear it's a guitar player.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, it is a guitar player. It's playing. Yeah.
No, I don't consider myself a guitarist anymore. Those days are long behind. When people asked what do I play, I used to go, I play the ukulele. But now I own it. Now I just play the ukulele.
Yeah, sure.
So you'll hear a lot of really cool stuff. If it sounds like a banjo, it's a banjo uke. All the ukes are on there. Oh, and I even use a U bass.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 21-inch scale, solid body bass, but that's what I use for the bass, too. So
and
it's
is
all
that
ukuleles.
Tuned like a bass?
The U bass is tuned just like a bass.
Wow.
Yeah, just like a guitar, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to slide on out of here.
This was great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. No problem.
And, let me know when it's going to air.
Oh, yeah. No, it'll be a few days.
I'll put it up on my website.
Yeah,
I'll share it all over the place.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This was fun. Thank you again.
Yeah, you got it. No problem. All right, I'm hitting the theme. Foggy Otis was here, live and in person. You know what I'm saying? Jon Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland. Come over the bridge, pull a Yui, park in front of the music store at the Red Neon Light. You can have your very own podcast here in our beautiful studio. If you like what we're doing, like and subscribe, and hit the alert bell. It'll tell you when this all hits. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming in, Foggy Otis.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you. I'll see you next time. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.